After that game on Monday, y'all already know we had some kicking issues. So what the Chicago Bears do? Put it on wax. They went out there and signed a kicker, Jake Moody, to the practice squad to now add some competition to that room. Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it all down, but you gotta hear the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. Y'all got me bringing y'all some news, and that's Bobby, OG Bobby. But if y'all tuned in, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, the Chicago Bears, after looking at Cairo Santos and being told no, Ben Johnson said, hey, give me another kicker up in here. And that kicker is Jake Moody. Jake Moody is now in his third NFL season, and he previously was kicking for the San Francisco 49ers. And they did cut him this year. They did cut him this year. So this is not the end all be all for said kicker, or to say that he's going to come in and take over the kicking duties from Cairo Santos. But what we do know is that we need to find a solution for a guy that can't come out here and continuously be prepared to kick at 50 yards, especially if there's some wind blowing, especially if in inclement weather, when you got to travel to different locations in Green Bay, travel to Detroit, travel to Minnesota, travel to some of these other teams to where inclement weather may be a huge factor. It is not the end all be all when it comes to this kicking competition or saying that the Chicago Bears will be making a kicking change, but I love that they are being proactive in this search to fix things on this team, because week one, it was ugly. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when you go out there and you can't convert on a 50-yard kick, or I gotta look to my special teams coach and he tells me no, the kicker can't come out there and kick for 50 yards when I see kickers around the league hitting consistently from 60 yards, yeah, we have an issue. And that's something that we've been running into for the last few seasons with Cairo Santos. Now, inside of 50, pretty damn productive. But when we need to go out there and put some points up or maintain a lead, sometimes we got to go for it on fourth down because my man's got noodle leg. We need to be better, bro. Now, when you talk about Jake Moody, now throughout his career, when we talk about kicks from 50 plus yards, and yes, if you're tuning in, we are talking about a damn kicker. We are talking about a damn kicker. But in his first year in the NFL, from 50 plus yards, Jake Moody was 3 of 2. In his second year, he was 9 of 4 for 70%. Not the best stats, but something to definitely keep in mind, especially when you need to count on your kicker to say, hey, kick the ball through the end zone so we can have that touchback. And my man's Cairo Santos put all that in that kick, and the Vikings were still able to return that and run out some clock. You know what I'm saying? So it is not the end all be all for Cairo Santos, but they are putting pressure on him. It kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of looking at it like, what happened to the damn rookie kicker y'all cut during training camp and Jonathan Kemp? Hey, I know you're a young pup. I know he ain't got much ice in his veins right now, or at least that's what we think. But what happened to him and how strong was his leg? I think that when we looked at that situation, we seen Cairo Santos win that kicking competition based off some kicks that he had in the preseason. And it's crazy because he hit a 57-yarder in the preseason versus the Miami Dolphins. But you couldn't come and hit a 50-yarder against the Minnesota Vikings when we absolutely needed those points. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So we're going to see what this entire thing, how it all pans out. The Chicago Bears obviously got a lot of things they need to, tighten up and button up as the season goes on, especially with teams around your division getting wins and looking a certain way. and around the NFL that's going to be on your schedule, kicking will be a factor for the Chicago Bears this season, whether we like to talk about it or not. It is still an element of this game. It is. It's still an element of this game, man. So we're going to have to make sure we get that thing nipped in the bud, and you want that to be one of the least of your problems when you're talking about kicking. And yes, if you just joined, we are talking about a kicker because that's how down bad we are. We're not down bad, but that's some of our concerns right now. Hopefully this week versus the Detroit Lions, we are able to make some noise, but I imagine that if Cairo Santos is given another opportunity to go out there and seal the game or try to maintain a lead or try to will us in closer and we need him to go out and kick, and if he misses, yeah, there's going to be some tough conversations that are going to happen. And it seems like Ben Johnson, hey, you got to trust your people that are around you, bro. You got to trust the people that are around you. Again, Jake Moody, right now from 50 plus, it's all right. We seen that he can be, you know what I'm saying? He could be fishing in that department. When it comes down to kicks from 20 to 29, he's 7 to 7 and 9 to 9 for in the last 2 seasons, respectively. When it comes from kicks from 30 to 39, 9 and 8 in 2023, 5 for 5 last season. Now, when we go to 40 to 49, you see a little bit of up and down. You got 6 and 4 in 2023 and 11 and 6 in 2024. So not the best replacement, but a guy with a potentially stronger leg that the Chicago Bears can look at. We'll see how this whole thing pans out. We are in preparation for this game versus the Detroit Lions. Y'all seen Hayes dropped his mailbag episode earlier, and me and C-Dub will have ours on dropping on Saturday. So get those calls in if you have not got them in. We got a lot of things to talk about in Bears Nation, and we're going to keep this thing rolling, man. But that is it for me. Just want to bring out a breaking news or a little bit of news. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really broke nothing, but it's a little news that the Chicago Bears are not just sitting and waiting on Cairo Santos to get his shit together. That's the type of foresight I need from my head coach and my staff. That's the type of aggressiveness I need, whether you believe that this is the kicker to take us further and push us further. You got to go out there and put guys on notice and let them know we ain't fucking around, because we tired of messing around in Chicago. It was an ugly finish to that game on Monday, but now we move on to Detroit, and one of these kickers may be needed, and that is Cairo Santos. You are up at least right now, bro. But that is it for me, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Let us know your feedback, comments, concerns, and everything down in the comment box below. If you want to be a part of that mailbag, go ahead and call in, state your name, leave your take. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm Bobby, and y'all already know.